What is the non-parametric test for one sample t-test? Will? Okay.
Okay, select data. Data.
One-way ANOVA.
Lepas tu pilih file of type.
Okay, how about independent t-test?
Excel.
Man? Whitney.
Tu
Okay.
obesity tekan tu.
Dari semalam di belakang.
Lepas tu tekan continue.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the list of the tests. Okay, parametric test and also the non-parametric test. Okay, before you run the SPSS, before you analyze your data, you have to know your test. Kalau tak tahu macam mana? Kita ulang balik bahasa ni nak? Tak nak? Okay, so for two independent groups ataupun kita panggil independent t-test, the non-parametric test is man with me. Okay, one way ANOVA, Kriska. One is okay. So yang ni later I will share the slide and then you all baca balik. Okay? So ada satu lagi test iaitu non-parametric for chi-square. Okay, chi-square is falls under non-parametric test. Okay, hari ni pun kita akan cover how to run the chi-square. Okay. So these are the 6 steps in to do the analysis. Okay, we start with the state your hypothesis. Yani I believe you have done before lah. Okay. So number 2, set the significant level. Okay, biasa significant level berapa? 0.05. Kalau kita nak ada significant, okay, must be less than 0.05 or 0.00. So next step is check the assumption and then followed by presentations of the results and then interpret and make your conclusion usually based on APA style. Tunggu. Apa tu APA style? Okay, betul. Okay, so usually we will interpret our data based on the APA style. Okay, and then perform your SPSS analysis.
Tak, sebab aku
Siapa tak tahu apa tu SPSS? Okay, sebaik semua tahu.
Tak payah
Okay.
Open je dah tahu.
Okay, yang ni saya tak nak cover sebab sebelum ni dah belajar. So kita run je the SPSS. Okay.
Data.
So open your SPSS.
File type. File
aku tak save tu.
Okay.
Tak.
Perlu tak check the normality.
Dekat file type ni pergi Excel.
Okay, so now run the normality test.
Excel.
Okay.
Excel. Pergi sana.
Jadi aku tak save.
Between the income and ethnic groups. Okay, kita nak run the Man-Whitney test.
Save.
Okay, macam mana nak run the normality test? Buat dulu. Sebab sebelum ni saya dah pernah tunjuk. Okay.
Alamak, apa weh? Aku ajar dia tadi.
Pergi explore. Analyze explore. Sikit tu.
Bapa mana dah aku tak nampak.
Sikit tu.
Okey.
Explore. Pilih
Ethnic.
F income dengan ethnic.
F income.
Hanya ethnic.
Ethnic saja. Okey.
Ethnic tu.
Okey. Besok?
Okay, semua dapat?
Okey.
Belum.
Buatlah yang macam histogram. Buat semua tu.
Okey.
Dah pilih yang tadi.
Belum. Histogram. Yang ni? Yang ni? Tak ya.
Sekejap. Saya try pakai laptop saya tunjuk lah.
Sebab jadi display.
Boleh tak? Tak ada. Tu. Open. Okay. Dah.
Boleh? Okay, before that, okay. Nampak semua macam tak tahu what is the objective. Okay, so we go through this one first. Okay, so main we need is to compare the differences between two independent groups when dependent variable numerical but not normally distributed. Okay, what is the research question? Okay, is there any differences of family income between Malay and non-Malay in this study? Okay, how about the objective? Okay, to compare the median. Why median? Why median? Yes, because it is non-parametric test. Okay, kalau parametric test kita guna apa? To compare the mean. Okay, so the objective is to compare the median family income between Malay and non-Malay in this study. Okay, so step number 2 kita kena check apa? The assumptions. Okay, the samples must be random. The groups and measurements are independent to each other. Okay, the outcome variable is numerical data and the outcome variable is not normally distributed in each group. Okay, so jom kita run the SPSS. Okay. Okay, so checking for the normality. Okay, go to analyze. Okay, descriptive and then explore. Okay, descriptive and then explore. Okay, bring the F income, family income under the dependent list. Okay. Boleh? And then bring the ethnic 2 under the factor list. Okay? And then click on plot. Okay. Check the histogram and normality. And then click continue. And then okay. Dapat? Okay. So look at the homograph and Shapiro. Which one kita nak pilih? Shapiro ataupun homograph? How many samples that we have? 100. So homograph. Okay. So look at the homograph. What is the p-value? Is it significant? So if significant, that means not normally distributed. Okay. So you can continue to run your Mann-Whitney test. Okay. the main mini test. Okay. Go to analyze. Right? And then compare means. Sorry. Non-parametric kan? Non-parametric. And then okay, 2 independent samples. Okay. Boleh? Ada yang tertinggal? Okay. So where's the international student? Okay, you can ask Cik Aina, okay? If anything, okay? So bring F income under the test variable. Okay? And then ethnic 2. Ethnic 2 bring under the grouping variable. Okay? So define groups. Group 1 number 1. Group 2 number 2. Okay? And then continue. And then click OK. Okay, dapat tak yang sama?
Dapat.
Siapa yang tak dapat? Raise your hand. Okay.
Itu ke ni? Mana video tadi?
Aina.
Betul.
Betul.
Right.
Okay.
Itu apa lagi tadi? Ada live. Okay. Untuk ada live. Boleh je kita itu. Lepas tu pergi dekat non-parametric. Legacy, dialog. Tu independent sample. Sama je. Kat income atas, test variable. Lepas tu grouping variable tu ethnic 2. Lepas tu define group.
Yang lain okay? Okay.
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 Continue okay.
Kawan kita sekejap ya.
Kalau aku tahu boleh input data.
Sebab saya pernah rasa ditinggalkan. So, kita tunggu kawan kita. Boleh Ilham?
Sakit tengkuk dua bawah sekali. Sakit tengkuk. Menyesal aku duduk bawah.
Dia memang tempat yang kita duduk tu betul-betul. Dia perfect.
What do you mean by perfect?
Yelah kita memang tak menegak lah. Jadi kini tu. Wayang tu, wayang.
Okay. So if you look at this output, kenapa? Why ada rank? Kenapa rank? Sebab dia adalah apa?
Parametric
Okay.
class.
So where is the p-value here? What is the p-value here? 0.886.
Any
So
p value.
significant or not? Not significant. Okay. So This is
Sejuk.
so the test statistic is your man with me output the results. Okay, this one yang you have to know lah how to interpret your data. Okay, so the two median family incomes are not significantly different. Okay, kat mana kita nak tengok median dia? Dekat descriptives. Okay, you can scroll up your output and then you can see there is descriptive output or results over there. Okay, so you can refer your median and IQR dekat dalam descriptive punya output. Okay, boleh? Okay, so ni ada jawapan, tak nak? Okay, so from here, can you make a conclusion? Okay? Boleh buat conclusion ke dari sini?
Boleh.
Boleh. Okay, kalau boleh try. Try buat dulu. 2 minit sebab semua terror.
Mana
Nak cakap apa? Apa? How to?
So write your conclusion here. Okay. Write on a paper or your ni lah word ke apa ke. So write a conclusion. Okay, I give you the clue lah. First clue. Okay, what is the purpose of you? What is the purpose you conducted this test? Okay, what is the purpose? What is the objective? Yes, a man with knee new test was conducted to apa? To apa? To compare. Okay, apa
Dia tulis kat
lagi?
mana tu?
Median.
Okay, family income. Okay, tu clue dia. Buat dulu.
Diorang tulis kat mana?
And then followed with the results lah. Buat dulu. Right. Okay.
Calculation dia je.
Kau type kat mana weh? Type kat mana weh? Type dekat sini ke? Type apa tu?
Bawah. Baik.
Kat situ.
Telefon kau.
Mampus lah.
Nur.
Tu.
Okay, dapat. Okay, so first thing first, to do your conclusion, you have to start with your objective. Okay, so a man with new test was conducted to determine the family income between Malay and non-Malay respondents or subjects of apa-apalah yang sesuai. Okay, so it depends on your independent and dependent variables. Okay, so next. Okay, kita nak tulis apa? The result indicated that there was significant or non-significant? Okay, there was no significant different. Okay, different of the apa? Okay, of the family income between Malay. Okay, Malay, write down the median first. What is the median? IQR 2000. Ataupun you can write like this also. Okay? Boleh? Between Malay and non-Malay. Okay, write down the median and also IQR. Okay, and then put comma. Kita nak tengok kita punya ini punya values. Okay, so refer to the Z statistic and also P value. Okay, Z berapa? Equals to negative 0.14. Okay, negative 0.14. And then the P value is 0.886. Okay. Okay, 0.886. If your P value is non-significant, you have to write the actual number value, okay? Okay? Senang kan? Senang tak? Easy or not? Complicated?
Yes.
Complicated?
Yes.
Baru first test dah complicated. Alah, acah je tu. Easy kan? Takut kena tanya soalan. Okay, boleh? Dapat semua? Benar lagi? Siapa yang okay, thumbs up? Okay. Okay. Boleh? Boleh? Can I proceed? Yes. Yang belakang, can I proceed? Can I?
Sama je. Ini dia dua tu.
Okay. So we are done with the man with knee test. Okay. Next, we want to go to Kruskal Wallis. Kruskal Wallis is a non-parametric test for one-way ANOVA. Okay, one-way ANOVA. So okay, Kruskal-Wallis test, okay, to compare the differences between two or more independent groups when the dependent variable is numerical but not normally distributed. Okay, so for this example, for the obesity data, okay, kita punya objektif, kita nak compare the median family income of ethnic groups in this study lah. Okay, so ethnic groups kita tengok dekat sini. Kita ada Malay, Chinese and others lah. Saya buat kat sini. Okay, kita nak run. Okay, kita nak start run the test. Okay. analyze, nak run apa dulu? Normality. Nak run ke nak skip? Tadi dah terror belum? Dah terror? Belum. Okay, so kita run the normality first lah. Okay, so go to descriptive, explore. Dependently sama sahaja, F income, but for the factor list, you change to ethnic. Okay, and then click on plot. Okay, sama je lah. And then continue, and then okay. Dapat? Okay, so the data is not normally distributed. Okay, so kalau dah tengok test of normality, tengok dia punya histogram semua, if you can justify that your data is not normally distributed, so you can proceed with your non-parametric test. Okay, first up, what is? Okay. So, go to analyze, non-parametric, okay, legacy dialogues, and then go to K independent samples. Okay, bring the family income, F income, under the test variable list, and then ethnic under the grouping variable. Okay, and then define the range. Minimum is 1 sebab kita ada 3 groups. Okay, minimum is 1. And then maximum? Okay, maximum is 3. Continue. Okay, and then click OK. Dapat? Okay, dapat. Siapa yang tak dapat? Okay. Awak tertinggal dekat mana tu?
Apa dia? Apa ni? Sabarlah, aku buat sendiri ni.
Aku nak cakap kuat pula umurnya.
Buka je.
Ramai ke yang tak dapat?
Dapat.
Okay. So, kita tunggu kawan kita sekejap ya.
So tu suruh panggil akak.
Kalau dia sesuai tak? Kalau dia sesuai tak?
Panggil suaya.
Nama dia aku suka dia balik cerita. If you ask me by that
On the way.
nanti abang kata jangan dia yang
Boleh proceed? Can I proceed? Boleh? Okay, please refer to your test statistics. Okay, for the test statistics. Okay, so look at the p-value. What is the p-value here?
0.58.
0.588. So is there any significant difference between the ethnics of the family income between the ethnics? No. So the medians of family incomes are not significantly different. Okay. Kat mana kita nak refer? Dia punya median. Okay, macam biasa dekat dia punya descriptive tables. Okay, let's say if the p-value is significant. Okay, sama juga with the one-way ANOVA, you have to run the what? You have to run what? You have to run the post hoc. Okay, the same goes to critical values also. Okay? Okay? I repeat again. Let's say if the p-value is significant, so you have to continue with the post hoc test. Okay? Sama macam you run the post hoc for one-way ANOVA. Okay? Boleh? Okay. Okay, so from this table, can you make your conclusion? Okay. Macam tadi, macam when Whitney start with the objective. Okay, start with the objective first. Okay.
Kopi ke?
Okay, try. First ayat, first sentence kita nak buat apa? A critical Wallis test. Okay. 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 Can. Okay, boleh nak cakap Malay, nak Chinese and others ataupun among ethnic. Okay. A critical Wallis test was conducted to determine the family income among ethnics ataupun between Malay, Chinese and others ataupun Malay, Chinese or and Indian. Kalau depends lah on your data. Okay. Sebab ethnic banyak betul. Okay. Especially dekat Sabah kan. So kita put others. Okay. Kalau you nak buat Malay, Chinese and Indian also can. Okay. So next, follow with the results. Okay. So the results indicated that there was no significant difference of the family income between Malay and then tulis dia punya median and IQR. Okay, Chinese. Okay, and others. Okay, for Manny, for critical Wallis, kita kena refer to this. Okay, tadi Z betul, Z statistics. Now is the chi-square. chi² equals to, nak letak apa? 1.06 in bracket 2, that is the degree of freedom. Okay, degree of freedom. And then p-value equals to 0.588.
Apa ni?
Ataupun boleh tulis macam ni.
Lepas tu Z tu tukar jadi X ke? Oh. Dah tu, doktor dah tua kat
Dia
depan.
punya degree of freedom.
Itu bahagian mana tu? View. Insert. Nampak apa? Mana tu? Tadi kira ni.
Dapat? Dapat Ya?
Kau buat apa?
Ya. Okay. Let's say your result is significant, you have to continue with the post-hoc. And then the post-hoc test reveal that apa yang different between which group. Okay? Itu kalau significant. Kalau tak significant, cukup sampai kat sini je. Okay? Boleh? Okay, kita tunggu kawan sekejap. Boleh? Okay. So kalau semua okay, give me a thumbs up. Macam ramai tak okay je? Okay tak? Okay. So we will continue with the Wilcoxon sign rank test. Okay, this test is used to compare two sets of data on the same or related subject over time in different circumstances. Okay, Wilcoxon is the non-parametric test for what? Practice test. Kita ada pre and post. Okay. So, for example, to understand whether the participants' attitude score change after they had undergone the intervention. Okay. kita kena compute dulu. Okay? Okay, for this test, don't forget to compute your data. Okay, so kita nak run the normality. Okay, transform and then compute variable. Boleh? Okay. So yang ni kita nak bubuh nama apa kat sini? Pre.
Isha.
Apa-apalah nama yang kita boleh faham. Okay? So contoh. Okay. Saya letak A post underscore A3. Yang ni terulang. Okay, dekat masing-masing. How to make your target variable. Okay. So A post underscore A3. Kita tak boleh space. Okay, kita tak boleh letak space. Okay. So letak underscore ataupun rapatkan je. It's up to you. Okay. And then bring A underscore post ini under the numeric expression. Okay. Okay, minus A3. Dapat? Okay. And then click OK.
Jadi apa?
Okay. Now dia already generate a new variable. Okay, under A post A3. Okay, so for practice test, for Wilcoxon-Sandram, before you run your normality, you have to minus first. Okay, post minus pre. Okay, remember, I repeat again. Before you run your normality test, okay, please compute your variable. You can do it manually by minus the pre minus post minus pre. Tapi since you are now learning the SPSS, so use the base way lah. Yeah, how to compute your variable. Post minus pre. Okay, nampak bijak sikit. Okay? Okay. Boleh? So now we run our normality. Okay. Macam biasa, go to
22 kurang 14
analyze,
dapat 8.
descriptive, explore. Okay. Reset. Reset. Balik yang tadi, reset. Okay, reset. And then bring your A post, A pre under the dependent list. Boleh? Okay, and then continue. No, plot. Sebab kita dah reset kan? Okay, click on histogram, normality plot, and then continue. And then,
Buang balik.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okey.
Okay. Okay. Tak okay. Notis mana tak okay. Notis mana tak okay. Okay, kita tunggu kawan yang tak okay dulu ya. Okay, compute variable ni applicable for practice test and record. Ingat sampai bila-bila. Okay? Siapa run macam tu je? Maksud siapa?
Balik aku duduk depan ni.
Nanti walaupun senario bertukar, tapi set sampai tapi kalau boleh kita nak I know, okay? Boleh, proceed. Doktor, okay? Boleh? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, dapat tak? Normal ataupun tidak? Of course lah, not normal. Okay, tapi saya nak ajar daripada awal macam mana run the normality. Okay. So now we can proceed with our Wilcoxon. Okay. So go to analyze. Analyze ni you nak pergi dekat output punya page dia pun boleh, dekat data tu pun boleh. Okay, dekat dataset boleh, dekat analyze, dekat output pun sama je. Okay. Analyze non-parametric test. And then two related samples. Why related? Sebab pre and post kita guna the same subject ataupun respondent. Okay, so two related samples. Okay, so A post bring under variable 1. And then you have to bring A3 under the variable 2.
Ibu bapak saya tengkuk dulu.
A3 under variable 2. Okay. And then click OK.
Okay. Mesti doktor nak suruh kopi. Kopi siap-siap.
Okay. So can you refer to your descriptive tables? Descriptive table. Okay, what is the median value for pre? Descriptive. Macam mana? rerun. Rerun. Tak apa, tak ada salah, tak salah. Okay? Sebab kita boleh je. Kita buat dia. Tak apa. Analyze. Tak apa. Kita sambung sejam lagi. Sebab ni dah rerun, dah kacau masa test seterusnya. Okay, analyze. Non-parametric. Legacy dialogues. Two related samples.
Buat lagi.
Dekat sini salah, betul? Betul, salah dekat sini? Untuk normality salah.
Sebab kita buat equals underscore equals.
Betul lah. Yang ni dia akan keluar dekat.
Apa yang korang nak tu?
Siapa yang tak
Apa yang
dapat?
salah? Dia nak lawan doktor. Apa yang salah? Dia nak lawan doktor.
Okay, go to analyze. Sekali lagi. Descriptive. Kalau tak ada, pergi kat mana?
Explore.
Explore. Explore boleh. Descriptive pun boleh.
Tak, apa yang salah? What is this, man?
Okay, dapat tak? Go to analyze. Descriptive. Explore. And then bring A pre and A post under the dependent list.
Okay, ada dah.
And then click OK. Dapat? Tak keluar? Okey, okey tapi tak keluar.
Tak apa yang kau kata tak keluar tu.
Dia nak tengok media.
Ni ke? Atau statistik media ni? Kan ada ke?
Ni dia nak ni ha, dia nak ni. Kotak ni.
after the intervention. Okay, so from here you can do your conclusion. Before that, refer to your test statistics. Okay, this one. What is the p-value? P is less than 0.001. So, the score is significant. Okay, macam mana kita nak buat our conclusion? Sama juga macam yang sebelum ni. Okay, try dulu. Okay, Wilcoxon sign rank test was conducted to apa? Okay, boleh? Okay, let's do together. A Wilcoxon sign rank test was conducted to determine apa? To determine the aptitude scores apa? Pre and post intervention ataupun before and after the intervention. Tak kisah nak guna pre and post ataupun before or after. Okay, a Wilcoxon sign rank was conducted to determine the attitude scores before and after the interventions. The results reveal that ataupun the results indicated that apa? Kita tengok yang meningkat. Kita nak sebut apa dulu? Post. Okay, indicated that the post intervention attitude scores were apa? Significantly higher or lower? Higher than what? Okay, were significantly higher than pre-intervention scores. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, boleh. A Wilcoxon sign rank test was conducted to determine the attitude scores before and after ataupun pre and post intervention. Okay, the results indicated that the post intervention attitude scores were significantly higher than pre-intervention scores. Senang kan? Dia sama je, dia punya style sama je, lebih kurang, betul? Kan? Corak dia, frame dia sama je, lebih kurang je. Cuma main-main dengan dia punya values, dengan p values, dengan median values, dengan higher or lower, increase or decrease, smaller or bigger. Main-mainan tu je. Okay? Okay. Can I proceed to the next test? Tak boleh lagi lagi? Boleh? Okay. So next, kita nak masuk chi-square. Okay? Chi-square. Okay, chi-square is a test to compare two or more proportions. Okay? Whenever you see that word proportion, dia adalah chi-square. Okay, please keep in your mind chi-square is a non-parametric test. Okay, jangan confuse. Square adalah non-parametric test. Okay, for example, is there any association, okay, between gender and obesity group or obesity status? It depends on your study lah. Okay, is there any association between gender and obesity group or status? Okay, so kita nak run dia punya, kita nak test, kita nak run dia punya. Kita tak perlu run normality lah sebab chi-square memang non-parametric. Okay, so go to analyze descriptive statistics. Cross that. Okay. And then bring gender. Kita nak compare apa tadi? Kita nak tengok association between. Okay. So bring gender under row. Sorry? Version berapa? Okay. Boleh. Okay, and then obesity under the column. Okay, and then click on the statistics. Okay, kita nak chi-square. Okay, and then continue. Okay, and then go to cell. Okay, so observed and also row. And then continue. And then click on check on display cluster bar chart.
Observe dekat row.
And
Observe.
then click OK.
Lepas observe, lepas tu.
Okay.
Observe.
Okay.
Apa dekat sana buat apa?
Dapat tak? Kita dapat sama ke?
Observe.
Yeah, very good.
Lepas tu display.
Display. And then display cluster bar chart.
Okay. So from here, okay, this is the chi-square test output. Okay. So from here, you have to refer to the Pearson chi-square. Okay, what is the p-value here?
0.09.
0.753.
53.
Is it significant? Okay. So apa yang dimaksudkan di sini? Here. So this one is the assumption. Okay, this one you have to remember. Okay, 0 cells must be less than 25%. Okay, the first keyword is 0 cells must be less than 25%. And then the minimum expected count must be at least 2. Why? Okay, why? We will see after this. Okay, so remember, so at less than 25% and also at least the minimum number at least 2. Kenapa? Why? Okay, we will see after this. Okay. So write your conclusion. Okay, write your conclusion here. So ada tak yang tanya mana datang tabel ni? Tak ada seorang pun. No one asked me why, how this table, how to tabulate this table. Okay, yang ni you have to do by your own. Okay. So you ambil dari your output. Okay. Boleh? Okay. So write your conclusion. Okay. Okay, start with the objective. Okay, what is the objective just now? Sebelum gender and obesity tu apa? No. To determine. Okay. Siapa? Ada yang guna word lain? Is there any one use different word? Relationship? Also can. Okay. Association. Relationship. Boleh. Okay. So a chi-square test of independence was performed or was conducted to examine ataupun determine the association between gender and obesity group or obesity status. Okay, tak kisah mana-mana. Okay. So what is the result? What is the result? There was no significant association between these variables. Ataupun nak cakap tadi pun tak apa, gender and obesity. Okay. Yes, betul. Kena tulis. Boleh? Ya? Yang ni dia persen. Kita pakai persen kalau So this is the example how you can make your conclusion. Okay. A chi-square test of independence was performed or was conducted or was run apa-apa je pun boleh to examine the association between gender and obesity group or obesity status. Okay, there was no significant association between these variable. Ataupun nak sebut variable tadi pun tak apa. Okay, it's up to you. And then, okay, write down the chi-square values, p-values. Okay, and then kita tambah sikit lagi. The proportion of participants classified as obese was not significantly higher among females. Females berapa? How many percent? 38.5. Then among males. Okay, 35.4. Vice versa. Kalau nak buat no obesity pun tak apa, obesity pun tak apa. It's up to you. Okay? As long as you know how to present your data and explain. Okay? Okay? Okay, do you need 5 minutes break? Okay. Thank you. Because okay, 5 minutes. 10 minutes now. Yeah? Okay. So we will continue at 11:40.
Dah ada dah. Sikit.
Nak tengok.
Dia nak buat ni. Tapi dia orang tak ikut. Dia buat. Dah. Okey.
Nak tengok yang poster tu? Ya. Ada duduk kat sini.
Doktor, dia kata awak sampai tak apa, awak nanti awak ikut je. Aku pun baru masukkan aku punya data tu. Dah, aku tak tahu nak buat apa. Next step.
Don't know. Nak duduk sini ke? Boleh duduk kat tangga ke? Ke kau nak duduk sini, aku duduk sini? Kau nak try buat tak yang ni? Kau nak?
Nantilah aku
Sambung
cakap
ni.
kau punya screen ni.
Boleh tapi tak boleh ingat.
Ingat tak? Kalau belajar memang macam tu.
Tapi saya ada screen recording lah. Saya post kat YouTube saya.
Nanti saya bagi tahu.
Alright. Thank you. Ikut cop. Kalau ikut cop kan kita sebelum ni selalu tu.
Dia masih orang pergi lah. Mula pergi dia pun dia ambil gambar.
Lah, tak sebab doktor kata wakil.
Okey.
Tak sampai kita dah wakil seorang je dia kata. Kan ada satu grup potong kau. Itu nombor 21. Sepatutnya kau ambil ada dulu.
Dia main jalan di depan aku. Oh, okey.
Dia dapat bawah warna kuning. Kau dapat betul?
Okey, apa ni?
Buah kuning.
Oh ni, rambutan.
Tak ada potong macam ni. Mana tu kan?
Ni dia watermelon kuning. Ni apa?
Makanan. Betul. Semua nak ambil salah satu. Dia ada 10. Dapat 10 doktor potong. Dia tak datang kot kan? Makanan kau. Ambillah 2. Dia tak datang rasa. Ya aku tak boleh beri marble certificate ni. Aku tak tahu macam mana atas nanti. Maksudnya kita nak tahu dia signifikan tu sampai 5 je lah maksudnya. Sampai pasal 5 je. Kalau 0101 tu tak signifikan. Dia nak 5 juga. Apa? Belum? Tak signifikan.
Kalau less than significant 0.
Not. Oh, less than.
Less is better.
Thank you. Sampai tadi apa? 0.001. Ambil awal-awal tu. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Aku menang pada untuk Spotify semua benda.
Benda tu apa? Memang setiap bulan.
Tak tahu. Dia akan tengok.
So ni memang harinya lah. Sebab aku tengok semua orang post benda tu.
Aku terkejut juga. Lama juga aku dengar Spotify ribu-ribu minutes.
Memang lah. Dah itu je tempat kau dengar lagu.
Maybe I have a problem.
Jangan sampai tengok jadi macam aku kan. Nanti berlubang nanti.
So, boleh sambung?
Tapi aku bukan sebab tu. Telinga.
Oh.
Okay. Taklah. Bila makanan
Okay.
awet nak ada ni?
Can I continue with the next test? We have another 12 tests. Huh?
Nombor satu
Sebab tu bila makan kenyang-kenyang pagi tadi, dah makan?
Tak.
Tak. Bagus mana? Lapar.
Risaulah. Parah.
Okay?
boleh tak pergi makan?
Cukup. Kawan sebelah cukup. Nanti tertinggal satu, tertinggal semua.
Tak cukup.
Okay? Ha, ramai lagi. Okay, tak apa, dia tunggu kawan
Boleh tak saya makan?
Pergilah beli. Lari sekejap. Makan lah. Boleh je.
Beli Aisyah. Nanti you nak makan lah. Beli prank tu lah. Habis? Tahu dia.
Dia kesan
Wah.
Aku kena besar sikit tu. Dia kena macam ni, besar.
Kau buat tanda kau kat situ.
Mana tu?
Tanda tangan kau.
Where?
Ni tangan kan?
Oh.
Kau buat kau punya kat situ.
Beli lah.
Ai. Suruh Iskarina belikan. Dia kat kafe.
Kenapa korang duduk depan je ni?
Sebab dia orang nak charger. Aku tak kisah pun. Kan laptop kita kan tahan lama sikit bateri dia. Kau punya berapa bateri?
96.
Macam mana nak check bateri yang?
Buka iPad ni. Cuba banyak benda buka kot.
Sebab tengah record lagi satu.
Cuba tutup ni kejap.
37 weh.
Nak charge tak? Charger bawa?
Tak.
Aku ada.
Nantilah petang ni. Bawah ni ada charger. Ada plug. Petang ni ada lagi. Oh my god.
Tak nak datang.
Aku pun. Tapi sebab kita nak screen record. Tak boleh sekarang. Plug penuh. Nanti. Sekejap. Boleh ke?
Tak boleh.
Marah adik aku.
Beli ni lah.
Mestilah aku kena menghadap dia kat adik aku.
Faham.
Kau je lah kuat cakap ilmu lebih. Kita tanya kat adik kuat. Dia.
Baru ke?
You are an international student kan? International student pun English pun dia.
English pun ada yang kurang, ada yang
Sebab hanya in English pun.
Boleh.
Ada yang okey.
Tasbih okey. Teresa okey. Itu tasbih. Teresa.
Mana international tu?
Tu yang traditional.
Bukan yang tiga ni.
Yang tadi pun dia tak apa.
Dia tak berapa ni.
Yang ni dah international. Ini yang tak berapa. I mean the international student. yang Arab tu yang sama-sama.
Yang dua belakang tu
Oh, dua belakang tu kan sama?
tapi yang baju coklat macam kurang sikit. Yang sebelah dia okey.
Okey. So 3, 4, 5 Arab Surah 6 international.
Ada lagi 3.
Kenapa? Oh. Alright.
Apa? Mental? Mental health?
Okay. So let's continue with features as a test.
Oh tak lah, dia turun year 2 lah.
Okay.
Dia berhentikan. Ha?
Okay. Features as a test is conducted to compare two or more proportions. Okay, two or more.
Comel je,
Okay,
bukan?
proportions. Example, is there any association between ethnic and obesity group? Okay, yang tadi apa? Chi-square? Gender and obesity group. So this one between ethnic and obesity group. Okay, so yang ni you have to check for the assumptions. Okay, so the number of cells with expected count EC, okay, must be less than 5. Okay, and then less than 5 and must be less than 25% of the total number of cells. Okay, yang ni macam belum sikit, but later you will understand. Okay, so the smallest EC must at least 2. Okay? Okay, now let's run the test. Okay, go to analyze.
Okay. Oh tak bukan.
Okay. Descriptive statistics. And then cross tabs. Reset lah ini ya, reset. Okay. And then bring ethnic under the row here. Okay. And then obesity under the column. Okay. And then click on exact. Okay. Click on exact.
Fine.
Okay. Continue. And then followed by the statistics. Okay. Check or click on the chi-square. Continue. And then cells. Click on row. And then
Continue.
I forgot. And then continue. Okay. Display clustered bar charts. Okay.
Okay.
Boleh?
Yeah. Bosan hari ni.
Okay. Do you guys get the same output? Yes. Okay. What happened?
Kau nak try buat tak?
Sebab dari awal lagi ni. Kita nak buka. Ada start. Tak tahu apa itu.
Kenapa kau colour free?
Aku ikut yang asal.
Practice free kan?
Ada practice ni.
Oh memang ada pun Calpri. Oh tadi just tambah ni je, Apples dengan April ni je.
Lepas tu dia ada button merah.
Ni ada. Minus.
What do you mean minus?
Yang ni yang baru. Apples. Jadi tak silap aku pergi dekat mana tadi? Descriptive Explore rasanya. Oh not
Okay, boleh.
transform compute.
Alright. So refer to your chi-square test. So from here, so where should you refer to? Okay? Fisher, Freeman, Halton, Azai, test. Okay, so what is the p-value here? 0.52
Underscore A.
8. Okay, so to sell the 33.3%. Just now the assumption must be less than 25%. And then the minimum expected count is 4.07. So the assumption must be at least 2. 2. Okay, so from here, I want you to make the
Conclusion.
conclusion. Macam biasa. Mulakan dengan
Bismillah.
the object. Tip.
Yang ni aku akan lost sikit. Sekejap.
Okay.
Ni choice kan of independence.
Gender yang tadi. Gender for chi-square.
So sekarang pattern ni. Pattern dengan apa tadi? Obesity Okay, obesity letter zeros. Sekarang significant ke? No significant.
Dapat?
Between. Nak jawab apa?
Okay, let's do it together. Okay, a Fisher's exact test was conducted to determine apa? The association between
Obesity.
okay, and then the results indicated that significant or not? Okay, there was no
Sini.
significant association between ethnicity and the obesity. Okay? So, this results and okay. So this result suggests that the ethnicity did not significantly affect the obesity status. Okay?
0.528. 0.528.
Done? Okay, so what is the difference between chi-square and Fisher's exact test? Macam sama? Siapa perasan? What is the difference between chi-square and Fisher's exact test? Both are non-parametric. Okay, so what is the difference? The number of groups? No. If more, also you can use chi-square also. Apa? When you not meet the assumption. Assumption yang mana? Yes. Not really. Sorry, again. What's your answer just now?
Each cell must contain more than 5 samples so that you can use the chi-square test.
More than 5 samples.
That's it. Like,
Notice that just now, EC at least how many? 2. Okay. Another one? Less than 25%. Okay, let me show you. Okay. So, if you notice from here, for the chi-square, okay, from here, you see, this one, less than, must be less than 25%. And the minimum EC must be at least 2. So this one meet the assumption or not? Yes. Okay, if your data of your results not meet the assumption, you have to go for the Fisher's. Perasan tak dekat sini? Here. This one more than 25%. Okay, the minimum EC berapa?
2.
Dia must be at least 2. Okay, yang ni more than 2 dah kan? So you have to proceed with the Fisher's exact. Faham? Do you understand? Confused? Okay, let's say if the sales is less than 25% and the minimum expected count is at least 2, kita kena guna apa? Chi-square. Okay. Kalau sales is more than 25% and the EC more than must be at least 2. More than 2. So kita kena guna Fisher's exact test. Okay? Faham? Okay. Sebab tu I prepare this table for you. Okay? So later when you go back, please go through this table. Okay? Tengok dekat sini. If you meet the assumptions, you have to use chi-square. Okay, if you deviate ataupun if you not meet the assumption, you have to use Fisher's exact test. What is the assumptions or what are the assumptions? Refer balik. Semua dah di-preparekan di sini. Rajin atau malas sahaja untuk study balik. Okay, kat sini semua ada assumptions. Okay?
Okay.
So, pergi balik nanti, go through the slides and then fahamkan. Okay? So we have another 11 tests to go after this. Okay? Okay, so far so good? Good. Okay, that's all from me. Any question? Confused. Tak wujud pun. Dah. We end with the fishes exact tense. For the next
Wah.
you all tak belajar untuk okay?
Yang dekat cashier.
Tepuk faham ke? Tepuk tak faham?
Boleh lah.
Okay, later please go through the slides again, okay?
Okay.
Tak perlu baca panjang-panjang. Baca slides ni pun dah boleh pandai. Oh, confident. Okay? Nanti Irham, okay, copy the slides, okay? Okay, Dr. Ismail nak brief to all of you on the CBL 2. So that's our group saya, vision and also okay. So lepas ni kita jumpa sekejap.
Okay.
So kalau dah jumpa lepas ni, no need lah, datang.
Kita orang dengan doktor ni.
No need petang.
Seriously?
Group I.
Oh tak.
Submission group I.
Oh ni lah untuk biostat.
Ya, biostat aku dengan dia. Kenapa pula sambil macam ni? So aku dah boleh off recording ke belum ni?
Dah habis dah.
Takut.